I told you remember this song? Famous song, right? So now, how do you learn the whole entire Torah? 3 ways. You can learn it from the world, you can learn it from your own soul, right? Which really, at the end of the day, they're the same one. You can learn it from your body, right? So then we ask another question. Now you can know the answer. We said, every year in the Haggadah of Pesach, you say like this. Ilu ilu chotianu, chotianu mimitzrayim. Who remembers this? This was before Pesach? No, before Sukkot. What are we now? I don't remember anymore. Too many Chagim, okay? The point is, we said that in Pesach, we sing this song called Dayenu. What is the whole song about? You're talking about all of the kindness that God did to us, and that each time, He made an upgrade of the kindness, and it wasn't necessary. But God was just so good that He didn't just took us out of Egypt and made the 10 plagues, but He opened up the sea. But really, if you wouldn't have opened up the sea, Dayenu would have been enough. We didn't need that. You just upgraded yourself all of the time. So at one point in the song, you say like this. If God would have taken us to Mount Sinai and not received the Torah, Dayenu, it would have been enough. So we said, what do you mean? The whole point of getting to Har Sinai was just to receive the Torah. Everyone remembers this, right? If I go to Har Sinai and not get the Torah, then what am I doing here? Doesn't make sense. The whole point of getting to Har Sinai was receiving the Torah. So then I said, there's 2 questions that come up just from this idea. Number 1, it must have been that just getting to Har Sinai was an experience that was equal to receiving the Torah. So first question was, what happened in Har Sinai that it was as if we got the Torah? Yes? Second question was, if each time we're saying it would have been enough, means whatever God did next was something that was, right, an upgrade. But an upgrade means it's not a need. In what way did God upgrading the giving of the Torah by actually giving the Torah? Yes, everyone heard that? What is it, the extra? What's the extra kindness that God did just by giving us the Torah? So now let's understand this, because now we have it. Our rabbis say that when we got to Har Sinai, we were in such a high level that we went back to being in the level of Adam and Chava before the sin. We became immortal beings. The Torah says the angels crowned all of the Jewish people with 2 crowns. One because we said Naseh, one because we said Nishma, and we became immortal beings. The Torah says, and this is written in the Torah, you could see this, that every single person that had any disability, blindness, deafness, muteness, couldn't walk, was limping, whatever you want, got fixed in the moment of Har Sinai. Because it was such a revelation of God that if you want to say it this way, there was no lackings. All of lacking in life represents a lacking of God in our lives, if you want to say it that way. When we arrived into Har Sinai, we were not lacking. We were in a perfect state. So now let me ask you, if your body is in a perfect state and you're not lacking anything, are you able to read from your body, your soul in a perfect way? Yes or no? Yes. You don't need the giving of the Torah. If our body was in a perfect state in Har Sinai, we could have just learned the whole entire Torah from our body. If we went back to the state of Adam and Chava, what was the state of Adam and Chava before the sin? The Torah says they were naked and they were not embarrassed. Why were they naked and not embarrassed? And the Torah answers something amazing. Because the body was to the soul, right? Like your nail is to your finger. This is why you do like this in Havdalah. You ever notice? You go like this. To remember the state of Adam and Chava in the Garden of Eden, that let's go again, their body was to their soul like your nail is to your finger. When you look at your nail, what do you realize? It's just a little shell. It's the cover of my finger. You know what was the body of Adam and Chava? It was the cover of their soul. Meaning their soul was everything, and their body was just a shell. This is why they were not embarrassed. Do you cover your shell? No, the shell is there to cover your soul, right? What happened, says the Torah beautiful, was that Adam and Chava were able to see each other's essence. Their body was just a shell. Now when we look at each other, we just notice the body. We don't notice the soul. And that's a class in itself, right? But Adam and Chava were able to see each other and see the essence. Literally, the Torah says that Adam gave a name to each animal and to himself and to Chava according to their essence. That means they were just able to see deep inside and see what they were all about, right? Essence in Hebrew is etzem, right? Etzem is the same as your bone, your skeleton. It's like what supports you, what stands, everything. That's your etzem, your essence. So now let me ask you a question. if we went back to the state of Adam and Chava before the sin, doesn't that mean that we would be able to see into each other's souls and our own souls and just know the essence, know why we're here? Yes or no? Yes? Doesn't that mean that we could have learned the whole entire Torah just from our soul? Yes or no? Yes?